G'day guys, welcome to a little bit of a State of Origin recap review as I get ready to film my round 14 tips tonight. But let's break down last night's game from Adelaide Oval.
Subscribe to Entertain House.
So it was a great start from the Maroons, early on a 10-0 lead, and Hamiso Tabuai Fidau obviously having a fantastic game, getting involved early on, scoring a try. Players who were involved early on, the Origin debutant from the Blues, Hudson Young. He obviously didn't return to the field. It was very limited minutes for him, but I thought he had a great start. I thought for New South Wales that Liam Martin was probably the best player that they had on the field. However, Liam Martin obviously didn't come on for that first stint where it was really fiery. Tom Gilbert was ruled out early in the first half as a non-return, and also David Fifita wasn't ruled out, but he was taken off the field for a HIA. But New South Wales obviously fought their way as typical Origin fashion, and I thought they did a really good job because they did have a lot of the possession that way, but just couldn't come up with points until close to half time, where they made it a real tight contest. And I mentioned as soon as Liam Martin came on, he was absolutely shot out of a cannon. There was a fantastic tackle from Liam Martin where I just don't even know where he came from. It looked like he'd run 40 meters and just pumped. But as for the Maroons, I thought Ben Hunt was one of our best players. I thought Ben Hunt, especially early on, laying the platform. I liked what I saw from DCE early on, but I think, that costly error wasn't costly, but at the time it was very costly, especially the way that we gave the Blues back the ball there. There's a few players you can chuck around for man of the match. Obviously, the man of the match was Reuben Cotter, and I think it's a deserved one. I believe he had 48 tackles. I think he ran for maybe 60 meters, could be wrong with that one, and he played 80. He was forced to play 80 with Gilbert being ruled out. David Fifita did return. We had a lot of changes and adversity, injuries. Ben Hunt ended up playing at centre. So again, Ben Hunt, someone who I think was very involved in attack, got through the line a few times. I thought he had a fantastic game, and he always shines on that Origin arena wherever he plays. Harry Grant coming off the bench was really solid as well. I didn't get to see too much of Nicho Hynes. I wanted to see more of Nicho Hynes, but obviously Freddie only used him for that final 10 minutes. I thought it was crazy that I predicted Happy Coruscant. It was a really strange try. I forgot to put money on him. He was $7.50, so if you got on that tip, a fantastic one. But I did have Queensland 1-12, and I did have Cameron Munster at about $4 for you guys as an anytime try scorer. But yeah, Reuben Cotter, a deserved man of the match. Liam Martin, probably the best player for the Blues. I thought Addo Carr was quiet. I think he deserves to keep his spot. I don't think he gets dropped straight away. I think there's a lot of criticism on James Tedesco right now. I think he wasn't, superb, but he definitely did his job. He had his moment. Yes, there were definitely some questionable moments in defence. His attack was brilliant, but the one moment for me, the Lindsay Collins moment, where Lindsay Collins leaps over his teammate in James Tedesco and takes that ball and he gives it to Cameron Munster. That was probably the highlight of the game, and that showed why people want Latrell Mitchell or Dylan Edwards in that starting side for the Blues at fullback. But I disagree with this. I think James Tedesco is still a proven player for the Origin arena. I think it is close. I have said for a while that he has been, knocking on the door, but I think he really silenced a few people last night. People who watched the full game, you see just how much he means to that New South Wales side. As for Jarome Luai, I thought Jarome Luai was pretty quiet. I thought he really didn't do much. I expect him, if he is picked for game 2 or even 3, to fire up a lot more. I know that he can play very well in that New South Wales jersey, but last night wasn't one of those nights. Tyson Frizell was absolutely outstanding. His return to the Origin arena, I actually believe he was robbed of a try. And the Harry Grant knock-on call where the bunker was just looking for absolutely ages, I thought they got that call wrong. There was too many penalties for an Origin game as well. But all in all, Reece Walsh, I forgot to mention as well, was very, very solid. Enjoyed Reece Walsh and the energy that he brought to the team. But yeah, between man of the match for me, it was probably either... Well, Ruben Cotter got it and he played 80, so I guess you give it to him. But the second choice for me would probably be... well, Hamiso really changed that game because, look, we had 10 minutes to go. We were down on the scoreboard. We were down a player with Murray Taulagi going off and ruled out. But I would say it would be between Hamiso and Ben Hunt if I was to pick, a different one to the actual medal winner. But yeah, looking forward to game 2. I will be there. There'll be a game day vlog from Suncorp Stadium. We'll see if Queensland can wrap up the series or if we're going to a decider at Sydney. But let me know who your man of the match was. Obviously, didn't speak about every player. Maybe I can make a separate video. But before work, I think I've done a pretty good job at reviewing last night's game. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know what you thought of the match last night. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll see you guys later.